Well, first of all, let me express my gratitude to organizers of this conference who moved us to this marvelous city. I've never been in Prague before. The topic of my paper is new operationalization of contrastive term extraction. Operationalization, too long a word for English, isn't it? A short definition. We use a contrastive approach to term extraction from a corpus of documents and build a dictionary or thesaurus of terms as a first stage of natural language processing. And the contrastive approach is a very known one, but it has disadvantage that is a great number of false negatives. And we try to remove this disadvantage in our research. Our motivation is that we try to focus on extraction of rare terms in text. For example, in some topics, for instance, in medical abstracts, rare terms are very important for understanding of the document and in building the thesaurus. Our goal is to enhance the recall of contrastive term extraction, and we use as instrument a mutual information criterion. There are a lot of related works. The short list is here. This problem is history approximately 17 years, and all the researchers have common issues and some differences or coincidence of their position that says indicating that there is some unsolved problem. All the previous works could be criticized due to their heuristics assumptions. They have not strong theoretical basis. Let's say a couple of words about the tool we use for analyzing of texts by extracting of terms. We use mutual information as a part of information theory and probability theory. It is a criterion that points independence of two random variables. This is a very simple formula that shows that if two variables are independent, that mutual information equal to 0. And we use two kinds of mutual information: pointwise mutual information and average mutual information shown by these formulas. To calculate this data, we use a very simple statistics for among texts. If we have two collections of documents, one is the target collections, the second is a contrastive collection, and the word should be presented in the document or absent in the collections. So we have 4 cases, and 4 numbers we should very easily calculate. And using the statistics, we calculate the necessary formulas to define our probability and mutual informations. As joint outcomes and independent outcomes. The resulting formulas are very simple. You can see that the point-wise mutual information is just the first member of the average mutual information shown below. Our contribution to this research that we use different criterion for often using words or we name it representative words, and rarely used words we name specific words. For representative words we use average mutual information, and for rarely used point-wise one. So we use different criteria when comparing the mutual information with a critical value of MI. There is some problem that is because of poor corpus, not perfect corpus. There could be two cases of uncertainty. Certainty is the first one is infinity by infinity, and this second one 0 by 0. If the same word is found in the target collection in the common collection, or is very rare in both target collection and the contrast one. To solve this problem, we use co-occurrence of words using matrix decomposition, singular matrix decomposition, or latent semantic analysis. It should solve this problem. The experiment was led by the textbook of geology in Russian. It divided to 89 documents by number of chapters, and this was the target collection. This table shows from the left side, the representative words, and the right column the specific words. We have found an interesting fact and artifact that if you can have a look to the second, the first word on the right column, this is the word bomb. That has a very strong relation, and it was indicated as a term. But after reading the book, we can find that the term bomb is a specific term that means a lump of piece of lava blown on the volcano, and it uses in geology as a term. Conclusion is we have used this combined approach to extract as often used words, as rarely used words, and get some results that could be improved in future work. Some works in the list shown below is the term TF-DCF approach that could be used to improvement the PMI criteria. Thank you. Questions?
questions? I have one. The contrastive collection is what? Is general text or?
A contrastive collection was built by sport, culture, accidents in news and newspapers.
Basically news.
Basically news. Basic news. And the choosing of good contrast collection is a challenge. Now we try to repeat the same research for Chinese texts. For Chinese,
Okay.
it's a huge problem to find out good as domain as contract text.
Okay. Questions? If not, thank you very much once more.
Thank you.